What's going on, everybody? Welcome to TeckReacts, where every beat counts. My name is Matt Tech. I thank you so much for joining me today. Hey, a lot of guaranteed reactions coming in for Aurora lately, so I'm excited for this. Now, this one comes from our friend Kevin, and Kevin said, "This week has really gotten me down, and without getting into politics, I think any reasonable person could agree that we've become so polarized that it's hard to imagine how we return to productive civil discourse. Aurora, as always, helps to keep me grounded in what's important, compassion and empathy without judgment of others, and most importantly, love. I hope all of you agree, and I hope that Aurora touches your heart the way she does mine." Yes. At least here in America, we are a very polarized society, and civil discourse is definitely, I think, the way of the future. If you guys have been watching me for any time, you know that I'm pretty open about what I believe and why I believe it, but I do not shy away from having a conversation with somebody who might believe something other than what I do, because I believe that those civil conversations, the best way to make a difference in our world is by coming together. And I do think that having those conversations kneecap to kneecap across, a table over a cup of coffee or a tea or a meal, is the best way to do that. I really do. But since we can't do that, there's space for us to do that. I've invited anybody that wants to have a private conversation to shoot me an email. My email is down in the description, or you can join the Discord and shoot me a private message over there. I keep those open. And a lot of you are having those conversations. There's probably like a dozen or so conversations that are happening offline about some really deep things. And I do take the time to reply to those. So I might not reply immediately, but I want to make sure that my reply is a thoughtful one. But without further ado, hey, let's get into this song. This came from Kevin, and this is called "Exist for Love." Came out 4 years ago on the NRK-P3 Radio Festival. So it's a live performance in a radio studio. So here we go. This is Aurora, "Exist for Love."
They say there is a war between the man and the woman. I've never felt like this before. My heart knew that I couldn't. And then you take me in, and everything in me begins to feel like I belong, like everybody needs a home. And when I take your hand, like the world has never held a man, I know I cannot heal the hurt, but I will hold you here forever.
Beautiful.
If I can. And then I learned the truth, how everything good in life seems to lead back to you. And every single time I run into your arms, I feel like I exist for love. Like I exist for love, only for love. I can't imagine how it is to be forbidden from loving. 'Cause when you walked into my life, I could feel my life begin, like I was torn apart the minute I was only you soar. And then I learned the truth, how everything good in life seems to lead back to you. And every single time I run into your arms, I feel like I exist for love, only for love. And when you say my name, like white horses on the waves, I think it feels the same as an ocean in my veins, and you be diving in like nothing is out of place. And we exist for love, only for love. And I love you, I love you, I love you. And I love you, I love you, I love you.
Oh, it's absolutely stunning.
Aurora.
Absolutely stunning. Jeez. Well, first of all, I love the use of this. He's sitting on a box. It's the actual name of the instrument is cajon, which is just Spanish for box. But the reason that it sounds really cool is because behind here there's an opening where the sound resonates, and then there's snares on the back of it, and it's a really pretty use of it. So, like the tenderness of the guitar. This isn't Odd Martin, is it? Is this the same guy that she did Murder Song with in that live performance? I know this lady did a song with her in another radio performance, I believe, but she had longer hair, I think, at the time. And I think she may have been playing a keyboard. I've never seen this guy before. But I mean, something, the guitar was very tender. The cajon was very tender. This lady's higher register voice also very tender. Sometimes those higher registers can be very overpowering. I don't know anything about Aurora's like relationship history. I don't know how much of that is public or how much of it she wants to keep private, but it sounds like she's singing from a place of she's been in love before, maybe, or unless the song was written by somebody else. I think she writes all of her own music. But boy, she sure sounds like she's been in love before. A couple lines in there I don't really agree with, but that's neither here nor there, right? Like the song is about, kind of stretching beyond the reality of what's going on. I think that if there was something in there about like the other person's existence making you complete or something along those lines, I don't think I don't align with that. I think that if you need somebody else to be complete, then you need to work on being full yourself, because it's an unfair weight to put on another person who may not be full themselves either. And yet the pressure is being put on them to complete you when they might not be complete either. I've also heard, that, the 50-50 argument. Hey, you bring 50, I bring 50, we make 100. No, you both bring 100. You both bring your best to each other. That's what my wife and I agree on, that, we give each other our best and we're there for each other in our worst. And that just makes us grow closer together. But this was an absolutely beautiful song. No surprise. Every Aurora song I've heard is just stunningly gorgeous. Quite beautiful. So thank you, Kevin, for the wise words. Let's all heed those words. Civil discourse, great conversation, not tearing each other down. Go retreat to the place where you find solace and where you can recharge for peace. At the end of the day, solve for peace in your life. So whether that's adding something in or most of the time cutting something out that might be pulling your peace away from you, do that. So thank you, Kevin, for this song and for the reminder that some of us might have needed today. Appreciate you, man. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.